Hot Beat. In The Lord of Rings, Gandalf was a wise, kind wizard with flowing white hair and long beard. The character was played by actor Ian McKellen, but he wasn't the first choice for the part. The part had originally been given to actor Sean Connery, famous for having played the part of secret agent James Bond. And he was also my favorite actor. But Sean Connery turned down the part, saying that he didn't like the script and ended up losing not only the acting fees, but also the running guarantee, the total of £283 million. Do you think that The Lord of the Rings would have been just as successful with Sean Connery in the role? Well, there was another star who passed up a good opportunity, Will Smith, who had originally been offered the part of Neo in the movie. Oh, that's something new. The Matrix. Later on, he was asked in an interview if he ever regretted passing up the part, and he replied, "When I saw Keanu Reeves in a role, I thought to myself that if I had played Neo, I would have ruined the movie." You might have an experience similar to that of Sean Connery and Will Smith. You may have passed up an opportunity which turned out to be a jackpot. But think about it carefully. Can you really be confident if you had taken up an opportunity, would you have done it well? Think about that. There's a pretty good chance that you would have just had a really rough time and not have been that successful anyway. Well, there is nothing as futile as dwelling on a past that was never yours to begin with. This is Kevin's Hot Beat. Our first song on Kevin's Hot Beat for Saturday, August 31st was Come Back to Me by N-Train. Hello guys, I'm Kevin from Zea. You may have been giving up for, something worth a building or worth worldwide fame. But in any case, you've already passed up your opportunity. The best thing to do now is to just forget about it as soon as you can. You can't ever put spilled milk back into the glass, right? So just forget about it. All you can do is wipe it away. Yep, and let me tell you how you can tune into Hot Beat. We've got FM stations in Jeju Island, 88.7 in Jeju City, 88.1 in Seogwipo City, 101.9 in Daejeon area, and we've got terrestrial DMB as well. Now, I also love to hear from you guys, so leave us your comments, messages, and song requests here on our Hot Beat message board at www.arirangfm.com/hotbeat. You can write your messages in any languages. Let me tell you about the segments coming up today. In the first half, we'll have Back to the K-Chart, where we take a trip through past Korean music charts. Then in second hour, we'll have Artist Lab, where we learn more about K-pop artists. So, stay tuned, guys. Let's kick off today's Hot Beat with two songs. Here is Rocking by Tin Top and What's Up by What's Up. The British poet Lord Byron once said, "The best prophets of the future is the past." If you want to know about the future of K-pop, you have to start with songs gone by. Let's peek at the future with a blast to the past. Back to the K-Chart. Woo! Well. Our first segment on Saturdays at Hot Beat is Back to the K-Chart, where we listen to past K-pop hits to see K-pop trends of the past, present, and future. Today, we'll be going back to the K-pop chart for January 2006. In January 2006, the K-pop charts were dominated by soft ballads, perhaps because everyone was looking for music to help them bear the cold winter. Singers from the 1980s and 1990s like Lee Seung-chul, Lee Sunhee, and Park Sun-ju were all ranked on the charts. Let's take a look at all the songs on the charts, starting with number 15 to number 11. Number 15 was Park Sun-ju featured by Kim Bum-soo with the song Man and Woman. It was the title track of the fourth album from Park Sun-ju, who first debuted through a music competition in 1989, then worked as a vocal trainer and a college professor, an album producer, and a jazz artist. Wow, amazing. This track featured the voice of Kim Bum-soo, who was one of Park Sun-ju's own vocal students. Artists who have been produced by Park Sun-ju include Cool, DJ DOC, Seo Ji-won, and BMK. And number 14 was Lee Sunhee's song Faith. Faith. For younger listeners, the name Lee Sunhee is probably more familiar to you as a producer for singer Lee Seung-gi, but she was actually a very accomplished singer herself. Yeah. She debuted through a music festival in 1984 and had many successful songs. This particular song was her 13th album, released in April 2005. It became very popular after being included on the soundtrack for historic movie The King and the Clown, featuring Lee Jung-gi, which actually opened in December of that same year. Then at number 13 was Howl with Parrot, and number 12 was MC The Max song We Love to Be Hurt. Then at number 11 was Kim Yeon-woo with the song Love and Common Word. The Kim Yeon-woo performed the song That I Was Once by Your Side as a guest vocal with the project group Toy in 1996. Is a singer who is known for his textbook perfect vocal style. He was also the vocal trainer for the members of G.O.D, Big Mama, and SG Wannabe, as well as Im Jung-hee. He also performed the duet with Onyu of SHINee, who said on the air that Kim Yeon-woo was his role model and he dreamt duet partner. Yes. Let's listen to two of these songs before we continue with Back to the K-Chart. Here is Man and Woman by Park Sun-ju and Kim Bum-soo, and Love the Common Word by Kim Yeon-woo. Sorry that I didn't mention the rankings. It was number 15, Man and Woman by Park Sun-ju, featured by Kim Bum-soo, and number 11, Love the Common Word by Kim Yeon-woo. Well, you guys on the Back to the K-Chart right now, we'll look at the K-pop charts from the past. Today, our charts are from January 2006. Next, we'll take a look at the songs from number 10 to number 6. Number 10 was Screaming Out in Sadness, the third album from Tae, who became a star with his debut song, Love Leave a Scent. Then at number 9 was Pada with Find the Way. Pada was the lead vocalist from SES, the first original girl group in Korea that debuted in 1997. She continued to perform solo in a musical theater after her group broke up. Find the Way was the title track of her third solo album and was a remake of the theme song of the Japanese animation series Gundam. And next at number 8 was Snow Prince from SS501, who won the New Artist of the Year award in 2005. Next, at number 7 was Jang Yun-jung with the song Flower from her second album. Jang Yun-jung is a trot singer. She debuted in 2003 with the song Oh My and caused a sensation in 2004. Trot is a classical style of Korean pop. And it's also one of Korean traditional genre. And before Jang Yun-jung, many people thought of it's as a genre that could only be sung and enjoyed by the older generation. But with Oh My, Jang Yun-jung succeeded in not only topping the charts, but also paving the way for future trot singers like Park Hyun-bin. 오빠 한번 믿어봐. Oh yeah, I like that song. 무조건 무조건이야. 짜짜라짜라짜라짜짜짜. And 사랑의 배터리가 다 됐나봐요. 홍진영. Yes, it's a great song. You guys don't know about Trot? You should listen to that song. Then at number 6 was Gavi and Jay with Snowman. We'll be back after listening to of those songs. Here is number 8, Snow Prince, SS501, and number 6, Snowman by Gavi and Jay. Alright, number 8, Snow Prince, SS501, and number 6, Snowman by Gabi and Jay. On today's Back to the K-Chart, we're looking at the rankings from January 2006. Let's keep going on with number 5 to number 2. But before we continue, I'd like to talk about the trot a little bit more. One of my favorite trot singer was 나훈아. 잊으라 했는데 잊어달라 했는데 띠리리리리 띠리리리리 나훈아, he is like one of the king of trot in Korea. And like Michael Jackson, king of pop, in Korea, king of trot is Naohuna. He was sensational back in the days. He's still, I think he's still, I don't think he's still performing. No. But he has like a lot of albums released back in the days. He was like one of the top artist, trot singer. And he gained so many fans, like 아줌마 팬들, 어머님들, 팬들, 아버님들 팬들. And he's like still, he has the name of the king of trot. And you know, the recent, 오빠 부대, which is like our older generation's, I think, idol star. Yeah. Bounce. 조용필. Yes. Bounce. 조용필. He is, one of, top Korean, idol star back in the days. And he gained so many fans as well. And nowadays, like, Chang Yun-jung and Park Hyun-bin is like, I guess like, younger and more like idol groups. Like now, you see like a lot of young idol groups coming out as with a K-pop song, but with a trot, I think Chang Yun-jung, Park Hyun-bin is one of the best artists, trot artists nowadays. And Hong Jin-young also, which her debut song was Battery, right? 사랑의 배터리가 다 됐나봐요. 당신 없이 못 살아. Well, yeah, like trot is, if you don't know about trot, you should take a listen to that genre. It's a T-R-O-T. Yeah, you should YouTube it. All right, we'll continue to number 5 to number 2. Ranking at number 5 was Epic High with a song from their third album, Paris. Another song from the same album called Fly gave Epic High their first number 1 on a music program. Next at number 4 was Lee Seung-cheol's Western Sky, which was on the soundtrack of the movie Blue Swallow. The movie did not do very well, unfortunately, but the song was a huge success and was later covered by Yoonha in Ulala Session, creating the buzz each time. Coming in at number 3 was Star, Wind, Sunlight, and Love from Kim Jong-kook's third album. Kim Jong-kook is a star who is now famous abroad for his TV appearances and is known for his muscular body, like tough muscular body. But before all that, he was a successful singer who took home Artist of the Year award in 2005 with 3 hits of 1 album. Can you believe that? 3 hits of 1 album. Star, Wind, Sunlight, and Love, Lovable, and Stand Still. And he was actually a member of Turbo, and it was huge back then. It was like I don't know, TVXQ, and he gained so much fans. He released Turbo released over 5-6 albums, as far as I know. And one of the songs that I know is 회상 and what else? 검은 고양이, Black Cat, Nero, and Twist King. Ba everybody dance. Yeah, that was like one of the famous song from Turbo. The runner-up song was Love from a Real Heart from a good-looking band, Buzz. Now we'll find out in just a moment what the top song of January 2006 was. Okay, here is 2 songs that I think I think Paris, Epic High, number 5. And number 4, Western Sky by Lee Seung-chul. You've just heard number 5, Paris by Epic High, and number 4, Western Sky by Lee Seung-chul. Now you're listening to Back to the K-Chart, where we're counting down the top songs of January 2006. Now, we're down to number 1. In January 2006, the song that was most popular in Korea was... It was... Untouchable by Big Four. Yes, Big Four was a project group made up of Kim Jong-kook, SG Wannabe, VIVE, and M2M. The four groups released a single album ahead of their special Christmas concert, and this song was on that album. And featured by beautiful harmonies of Kim Jong-kook, SG Wannabe, and M2M. SG Wannabe was the group that sold most albums in 2005. Kim Jong-kook was Artist of the Year, and VIVE and M2M were always completely trusted by their fans. The title track of the album was called Gone with the Wind. We'll wrap up Back to the K-Chart listening to the top song of January 2006. Big Four's Untouchable. Here's our last song for you for part 1. Find a Way by Pada. I'll be back in second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to listen to the Hot Beat. All the sexy girls out there, are you ready to join? The Hot Beat.
Welcome back to the second hour of Hot Beat. That was shout out by Royal Pirates. Now, let me tell you again how you can tune into Hot Beat. We've got FM stations in Jeju Island, 88.7 in Jeju City, 88.1 in Seogwipo City, 101.9 in Daejeong area, and we've got terrestrial DMB as well. If you got a smartphone, just search for Arirang Radio in your app store. It's a free app. ARIRANGRADIO, Arirang Radio. You can listen to our program on the move and leave your comments through the smartphone Arirang Radio app. Now, I also love to hear from you guys, so leave us your comments, messages, and song requests here on our Hotbeat message board at www.arirangfm.com/hotbeat. That's HOTBEAT. You can write your messages in any languages. I'll be playing more music for you. Here is Darling of All Hearts by Sunny Hill, featured by Harim, and There Was Only You by Kim. To see the big picture, you have to put together all the small pieces of the puzzle. On this segment, we try to understand all of Korean music by looking at the individual artist. Welcome to Artist Lab. And now it's time for Artist Lab, where we get to talk about the various K-pop labels and the artists that are signed with each label. Today, our artist for Artist Lab is someone with so many different charms. He's a tough, cynical rhymer. A first-generation gangster rapper with witty and humorous guy next door. A bachelor who's lonely, but always eats on time. And he's also Taejuni. Yes, Taejuni. You guys know. Of the project group Hyungdoniwa Taejuni, which has songs with hilarious lyrics. Now he's announced that he'll be starting the second chapter of his career and has released an album of genre that he's never tried before. He used 2 different names, but his love for music has never changed. Tonight, we'll be talking about Defcon, also known as Taejuni, for convenience. We'll refer to him as Defcon. Let's start with the songs. Here is Cheer Up and How Rappers Say Goodbye by Defcon, which is part 2, Defcon, and with Mina. That was Cheer Up by Defcon, and also from Defcon, How Rappers Say Goodbye, Part 2. Now, you're listening to Artist Lab, where we discuss K-pop artists. Today, we're talking about Defcon. Defcon was born into a devout Christian family. Now, and grew up as a, mischievous rebel. He was always getting into fights and only stopped his antics after he found himself behind bars at the police station. That incident became a turning point for him, and his heart was moved at the sight of his parents crying. And at his mother's suggestion, he decided to enroll at a seminary studying Christianity. Whoa, okay, that's something new. I didn't know about that. After entering college, he has another revelation. A friend bought him an album from rapper Dr. Dre. Everybody knows Dr. Dre, saying that the music matched him very well. Defcon immediately fell in love with hip-hop so much that he would greet his professors at his seminary with a rap. In 1996, he moved to Seoul to become a hip-hop musician with no plan and no money. In 1998, he released his first song, Judgment, online and gained a loyal fan base. His early music was rough and dark, and the lyrics were so graphic and sensational that he was the subject of public controversy. In 2001, he joined hands with Verbal Jint to release a song deceasing a particular hip-hop club, and that opened the gates for him to enter the underground hip-hop scene and release his first album. We should take a music break with Defcon, right? Hip Hop Preschool and City Life, featured by Kim Do-hyung. That was Hip Hop Preschool and City Life by Defcon. On Artist Lab, we were talking about Defcon. Among hip-hop fans, Defcon was widely acknowledged as a talented rapper, and he even took home the best hip-hop and dance album from the Korean Music Awards, where the only judging criteria was musically. But unfortunately, hip-hop was still an unfamiliar genre in Korea, and despite his talent, Defcon had to fight to stay each day. When he won the Best Hip-Hop and Dance Album Award at his acceptance speech, he said that he had honestly thought about giving up music and moving back home if he hadn't won. Although Defcon had first gained fans for his aggressive lyrics underground, he began to release more soft and positive songs as well, in order to gain more public popularity. Those brighter songs include Father, which is one of my favorite, 아버지, which was the biographical song about his father, Road, which was his debut into Overground, and Hip Hop Kindergarten, which we just heard, Hip Hop 유치원, Hip Hop Preschool, which include a children's chorus. All of his music was good, but his big break was still waiting for him, I guess. Okay, we'll come back with some songs. Road and Father by Defcon. Guys, if you ever get a chance to watch Father's music video, you should. Yeah, it's very touching. Here's your song. Road and Father by Defcon. On Artist Lab, we look back at the careers of our favorite artists. Sorry about that. Today, our artist is Defcon. In 2011, Defcon released his fifth album, and from before its release, he announced that it would be a last album he would release under the name Defcon. It had been 10 years since he debuted Overground, but he had still not achieved success. He was exhausted from financial troubles and, debts about his music, and he was just about ready to give up. And then a miracle happened. Ta-da! He appeared on the famous variety program Infinite Challenge and gained more name recognition among the public. That appearance led to an MC spot for the show, Weekly Idol. Yes! Very hilarious. And in 2012, he formed a project group with 정영돈 called 형돈이와 대준이, releasing the super smash hit, The Gloomy Song. The idea of Project Duo began as a joke between Defcon and 정형돈, tossed around while drinking at 정형돈's house. They decided that they want to go with a comic style rather than a hip-hop style. So 정형돈, why am I getting so, hard with the pronunciation? 정형돈 wrote the lyrics and Defcon took over the music and production. The result was a national sensation. Okay, let's have a music break with 형돈이와 대준이. There's two songs, The Gloomy Song and 희맨사항. Yes, 희맨사항. Here we go. You just heard The Gloomy Song and 희맨사항 by 형돈이와 대준이. It's time to wrap up our honor and this honorable hour of talking about DEF CON. DEF CON began as a first-generation Korean gangster rapper who tore apart his rivals with his tough lyrics. But last week, he returned as the emotional rapper Taejun with a song that reflected the soul music of the 1970s and 1980s. Performing with a cane and a fedra, he's transformed himself into a gentleman and is showing us something different from the rap he performed as DEF CON. And the comedy, he showed us as Taejun of 형돈이와 태준이. Yes. Whether he is DEF CON or Taejun performing gangster rap or comic rap, the one thing that's always stayed consistent with him was his love for music and his determination to never move away from music. Now we'll be back after listening to one more song. Here is Notorious Girl by DEF CON featured by Boney. Yes, you've just heard Notorious Girl by DEF CON featured by Boney. Boney is one of the best power vocal ever. Like I think she sings really great. Yeah, I heard one of her song recently, and I was kind of surprised with her voice. She has this powerful voice. All right. Unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye to Hotbeat for Saturday, August 31st. Well, tomorrow we'll have a listener's choice where we play the request song we couldn't play for you during the week, and Talkbox where we talk about various topics. All right. Tonight's last song for you is Who Am I by UV featured by Yuhyul and Jung Jae-young. I'll see you guys tomorrow. 안녕. 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 안녕.